On the flip side, though, free agency is always a tricky thing, and so many things come into play. And, the cap is going to be something that's really difficult for teams to manage. And I know with it going down to 175, the Niners have a lot to take into account. And we'll see what other teams have to offer. And, it's just something that is kind of a waiting game and just wait and see how things play out.
Finally, Kyle, when you mentioned going to Harvard and it early on being something maybe you had to overcome, the fact is you were named your fifth straight Pro Bowl. You're not in it for personal honors. I get that, but what does that honor mean to you?
It means a lot. Anytime you get recognition from your peers, from guys that you played against, coaches that you've gone against, that's really what means the most. And obviously you love to get the fan vote, but it's those guys that have to face you every Sunday. When you can get their respect, that's when you know you're doing something special. And for me to get that 5 years in a row really does mean a lot.
And then finally, you're not in the game on Sunday. Some guys will not watch the game if they're not in the game, especially if they have been in the game. How do you approach Super Bowl Sunday, and what are your early thoughts on that matchup? Who are you leaning towards?
Yeah, it is a weird feeling watching the playoffs when you've been eliminated before them. I usually miss all of Wild Card weekend, most of the division, and then I start to come around championship week, and I always watch the Super Bowl. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt watching those two championship games last week, just because you always feel like you deserve to be out there. You think your team can match up with these guys, and we have. And, we've been in that moment, and we've been successful. So it does hurt watching. But it is going to be a heck of a matchup that I am excited to watch. It's so hard to bet against Brady, but then it's just so hard to bet against Mahomes. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, and I know it's going to be entertaining, but I truly don't know who's going to come out on top.
Right. 4 seasons with the 49ers, a 5-time Pro Bowler, an all-conference player at Harvard, a fullback, and made his jungle debut. Kyle, that was great. That was a blast. That was so much fun. I appreciate you, and really good to have you on the show. Kyle, thanks so much. Let's do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Great talking with you, man.
Eric in Orlando. Eric, dude, I cut you right to the front of the line. What's going on, Eric? How are you?
Thank you so much, Romy. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, Jimmy Johnson has a cool name for his boat. It's not as good as Belichick's, but it's 3 Rings. And then the name of our boat, I just want to let you know, it's a pretty cool name because you were complaining about how kooky some of the names are you don't like. The name of our yacht is All Risk. It's an insurance term. I'm sure you know of it. So, and I just want to tell you how bummed out I am. I'm not going to be able to meet you in Tampa. I wanted to share an amusing story about the flight deck that I had with one of the guys that's working at my house. And I wanted to bring you some stone crabs. So I'm sorry I'm going to miss you, but that's about all I got.
My man. Nice job, Eric. Appreciate you. I got to be honest, though, Eric. Like, Broham, I like you. I appreciate you. Not a very good call. I like also when you said that I was talking the other day about lame boat names, and you wanted me to know that your boat name is not lame. It's All Risk. An insurance pun. If you have to tell us how cool your boat name is, then your boat name is not cool. And even if you didn't tell me that your boat name was cool, I could have told you that it's not because the name of your boat is All Risk. Now, maybe you have to live in that world, and I do have some friends in the insurance world, but I think even they would tell you that's not a cool boat name. Nothing, and this is one of those deals where I'm like, it's going to hurt me more than it hurts you. This does not hurt me more than it hurts you, Eric. I know it hurts you more than it hurts me, but honestly, it does hurt me. Like, dude, I don't... James Kelly's like, oh, wait, what? He's got a story about him that he heard from a guy he works with? What? So anyway, back to the point. Hey, James Kelly, instead of texting me during the show, why don't you physically show up here on Friday with the rest of us and say it to my face? Not to mention that you're 3 minutes behind everything, James Kelly. Hey, Eric, and thanks for dangling the offer of stone crab and then ripping it from me. Hey, come on, Van Smack, that's not right. I would have given it to you. Broham, what should I do with that stone crab? What do I do with that? What do I do with that? Do I remove my pocket square from my Super Bowl suit and rock the stone crab there? Do I put it in my pockets on the airplane back? Do I put it in my mask? So I'll have a snack in the event that I get hungry on air? What am I going to do with that stone crab? Hey, sir, you dropped your crab. My bad. By the way, it's not just a crab I dropped. That's a stone crab that I dropped. Sir, you know that you cannot carry on stone crab. Sir, your stone crab does not fit in the overhead. Sir, stone crab is not an emotional support animal. You cannot carry that on board. So I was saying that, Eric, this is not one of those cases where it's going to hurt me more than it hurts you. I guarantee this hurts you more than it hurts me, but it does hurt me. I mean this sincerely, dude. I like you. I like you, and I like that you like me, but you got to give me something to work with. And that's not something for me to work with. And I can almost guarantee that so-called, quote, cool story that you would have told me in person probably is not that cool. And why do I say that? Because you promised me you had a cool name for your boat, and all risk is not cool. Again, dude, I hate myself for doing this. But if I don't do this, if I don't say what everybody's thinking, if I don't say what I need to say, every listener right now, Eric, is going to be like, hey, Rome, come on, man. How do you let that slide? What happened to accountability? What happened to responsibility? What happened to you checking us when we need to be checked? Right. So none of that was as cool as you thought that was going to be. And, dude, don't offer me stone crab and then not give it to me. Rain check. Next Super Bowl in Florida, I will give you your stone crab. Or next Super Bowl in L.A., I will come there and give you your stone crab. Not necessary, bro. I can just go to Gelson's and buy it. Yeah, but I caught it. Van Smack. I caught it off my boat, all risk. With strippers. I don't know, dude. I live off the coast. I live right near a gigantic body of water. I can get crab. I can get lobster. I can get all sorts of fish. Or I can just walk my ass over to the market and buy it. But it's the thought that counts. My man. Eric, Broham, you can call this show whenever you want, as often as you want. I would just suggest it's not the best idea. Because I can't cover for you anymore. Johnny Scabs, Jimmy, I wanted to tell you an amusing story in person. Instead, I'm just going to try and make 3 million people bored on the radio. Signed Eric in Orlando. Chris no longer named Pete. Quote, great story, Eric. Signed at NyQuil. At Hitman Canadian. Quote, Eric was sinking on that call. JP Emmett. Quote, sorry I can't hang out, Eric. I have to work. Signed it, not tonight. I have a headache. Planet Wilson 1. Eric fishes on a yacht. What happened to his boat?
I don't fish on boats, okay, Matt? I fish on a boat.
On a yacht. He's gone from a boat to a yacht. I don't have a boat. Hey, idiot. I don't have a boat. I have a boat.
I don't fish on boats, okay, Matt? I fish on a boat.
Even that's not true. It's a yacht. And it's not just any yacht. It's the all-risk yacht. It's a play on insurance terms. What, Universal Life didn't want any of that? Hey, bro, when you're in a club, a strip club or a normal club or a bar, that slays, doesn't it? When you tell a lady that you have a boat, and not just a boat, but a yacht, and not just a yacht, but a yacht named All Risk, bro, tell me that's not the winning line. That slays, doesn't it? I know, too, because I know plastic folk because I live in a plastic town, or at least I used to, where it matters what you drive. Yeah, well, it matters what kind of a boat you have, too. And if that boat's a yacht, and that yacht is called All Risk, you ain't ever going home alone. Allegedly.
This is the greatest moment in my professional life.
What a weekend. What a life. What's cracking? Welcome to the program. My name is Jim Rome. Some of you probably had a great weekend, and some of you probably had a crap weekend. I know for a fact yesterday was a really rough day for, among others, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady haters, and the Green Bay Packers.
Instead of going for it here on 4th and goal.
Yeah, anytime it doesn't work out, you always regret it, right? But
right.
It was
You just ripped the ball from the soon-to-be league MVP and one of the greatest to ever do it, only to give it to the actual greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, that wasn't my decision.
He probably had John L. Smith running through his head on repeat. Therese Paylor.
Tip in the box. How's it going? You're at home. You've got the MVP. I'd rather go out on my shield with Aaron Rodgers.
The Chiefs can celebrate. They're headed back to the Super Bowl. Oh, it's tough to watch, Steve. It's such a great season for the Bills.
Rome Slice. How we living? Fat, drunk, depressed, unemployed, and in squalor. Regards, Bills Mafia. The only thing more insane than Tom Brady's career is that one day we may all sit back and talk about how the great Patrick Mahomes blew right by the assumed GOAT.
Went a little hay wacky today.
Keep doing you, Coach.
All right, Jim, you're the best, man.
No, Andy, you are the best. Kevin Iole is joining us.
I was so impressed with Dustin.
He chopped him down. Those were unbelievably brutal kicks.
He really hurt him with the kicks. That set up what happened later in the fight. Who's it from?
Larry King Live.
He goes, man, we love you. We think you're hilarious, kid. He goes, now the old man, he hates your guts. Appreciate that. Thanks for not breaking my arm.
Logo go 3 for LeBron.
No fist pumps, no high fives, no eye rolls, no chest bumps, no nothing.
I felt like he was just a little bit too excited about seeing me miss.
Don't even think about starting up the wave. We are joined by their head coach, Arthur Smith. Matt Ryan, what jumps out at you?
I've never been one to compare guys, because he's got his strengths. Ryan had his. Won't do that. We'll build around our guys the strength of this team.
To ever sit here now at 38 years old and having this
I still remember getting that news 1 year ago today. I still remember the shock and the numbness that we all felt then. 1 year later, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that Kobe Bryant's gone. We are joined by Davis Love III.
Thanks, Jim. I'll go shoot some low scores so you'll call me more. How about that?
Great. How you doing, Trapper?
Somewhere back in the 20th century, I think you designated me the social conscience of the jungle, and puerile, pubescent, patronizing punks has the game or the legs to run, much less outlast me.
Really should make a movie out of his life.
During chemo, during radiation therapy, it didn't matter. He was always writing down what he wanted to say on the show. He's in rock and roll heaven, probably holding court and starting some kind of sports show up there. He will truly be missed.
Tramps like us, brah.
Tramps like us.
Tramps like us, babe. I'm out.
There's no way that Aaron is not going to be on the Packers.
So that should put an end to that right there, right? The shock isn't that Aaron might want out. The shock would be that he doesn't want out.
Yeah, we're not idiots.
And if I'm a team that can use an upgraded quarterback, I'm doing whatever it takes to get this guy out of Green Bay. We are joined right now by Michael Chandler.
There was a lot of times where I thought the door opening to the UFC wasn't going to happen. Turns out it did happen, and it turns out I got a great opportunity. Turns out I took full advantage of the opportunity, and now here I am getting the opportunity to talk to Jim Rome. It's a good life.
Give yourself a tongue for the interview with Michael Chandler. Those are easy interviews. I don't have to do anything but stay out of the way. The ones that I deserve tongues for are the ones where I have to work.
That's right.
Yeah, that one I deserved 100 tongues for.
1,000,000.
Sean Murphy Bunting. You're a week and a half away from playing in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Man, life is amazing, honestly, man. I'm just glad to be able to continue to be playing ball with my guys, going for the big goal.
I got a beef with my wife giving my 2-year-old corn. Every time I have to change his diapers, I get a face full of corn and it's crap.
Hey, Gandhi, tell me how my humanitarian ass tastes. If that fit is one and done, is that a matter of it's a good investment because everybody saw it, or do you just need you money to go one and done with a fit like that? Because I know that stuff ain't cheap, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely a waste of money, man. Damn, I was wasting my money on this.
It's Derrick Henry. You mentioned Deshaun Watson.
Definitely wish him the best.
He wants to bounce and leave that division. You're not going to stand in his way, are you?
Exactly. If he wants to go and lead the SEC South, we would definitely appreciate it.
Sometimes I dream
You better don't.
how good life would be.
You want a piece of me?
If I could just get Mike the hell away from me.
I'm sitting on some heavy.
Likes Mike.
These hands.
Nobody likes Mike.
I go hard in the paint because y'all can't.
Likes Mike. Nobody likes Mike.
Jimmy Johnson, what would you tell Deshaun Watson?
I'd go knock on his door.